All right, guys, I've seen a lot of talk lately about Julian Alvarez to Liverpool, and I want to break down if this is actually a possibility for this summer or if it's just absolutely unrealistic. So let's dive in to Julian Alvarez to Liverpool. Let's look at the hard facts here and see if Julian Alvarez can actually realistically be a possibility for Liverpool this summer. So first off, we need to realize that his contract at Atletico runs to 2030. So he's got 5 years left on that contract. That is a very, very strong contract, and it is in Atletico's favor at the moment. It's not like he's got a year left or 2 years left to where they are afraid to lose him for free. He is locked down, and that's a big deal. That's going to hurt Liverpool's efforts to try to get this guy. We also need to know that it's only been 1 year since Atletico bought Alvarez from Manchester City for a very, very high record fee. It was a record fee for Man City as far as sales go. And I believe it was like 85 million. Was it 85 million pounds? Let me get the exact number for you. 82 million pounds. 82 million pounds Atletico paid for Alvarez to get him away from Manchester City. So it's only been a year. So it's like, man, these two things right here are really going to hurt Liverpool's chances of getting this guy. I know there's been rumors of, Liverpool offering Darwin Núñez for a little bit cheaper to maybe get Atletico to be nice about the transfer fee. That is a load of trash. When has that ever happened in football transfer history? Like, seriously, guys, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's not believe the delusions that we're seeing on social media around this one. That's just ridiculous. All right, next up, Alvarez has scored 41 goals and 16 assists in all competitions since 2023. So the last 2 years, 1 year at Manchester City and then this year at Atletico, he's been very, very good. And that, again, is not going to, there's no world here where Liverpool get Julian Alvarez on a good deal, like a discount price. There's just nothing that would suggest that would be stupid. It would just be stupid for Atletico to do that. Now, I do have one thing here at the very end that I'm going to talk about that could actually make this work, because everything is stacking up to make this almost seem impossible for Liverpool at this point. So the cost would be insane. I think Alvarez would probably cost more than 110 million pounds. And that's probably like the low end, because from what we know about Alvarez and we know how well he's done this season, he's turned a lot of heads, and all these things. Contract, strong. It's only been a year at Atletico. Atletico paid 82 million pounds for him. He's scoring and assisting a lot. And he's doing it on the biggest stages. He's doing it in the Champions League as well as the Spanish League, La Liga. So the cost would be insane. I mean, we're talking probably the same level as Alexander Isak from Newcastle. I mean, they're probably really similar as far as what they would cost. So do you want Alvarez or do you want Isak? If you're going to spend that amount of money, now you've got your pick of the litter if you're willing to spend that much, which I don't think Liverpool would be willing to spend that. I could be wrong. They've maybe been saving up their pennies and their sixpences and their shillings, but the cost would be insane. There's no way around that. The only way this happens, the only way Julian Alvarez to Liverpool happens is if Julian Alvarez himself puts in a transfer request and tells his team, hey, I love you guys. I love being here, but I want to go. I want to go to Liverpool. I want out. And he makes a public showing of that. I don't think he's the type of guy to do that. I really don't. And if it didn't happen, if Atletico was like, no, we're not selling you, now he's got a massive problem on his hands, because now the fans are going to hate him. And those fans are passionate. So I think that's the only way this happens, realistically, is if Julian Alvarez says, guys, I'm not playing here next year. You got to sell me. Sell me now. I want out. I want to go to Liverpool. And I don't think at that point I would have concerns, because what's going to push him to do that again if he wants to leave Liverpool? We don't want players like that. We want players who are loyal. We want players who see out their contracts, who are honest. And we're now seeing one of those players in Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving our club, which is good riddance for me. So I would say I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think it's realistic. I don't think it's possible unless Liverpool have a massive pile of cash ready to go to spend on Alvarez. I just don't think it's possible. So love to know what you guys think in the comments. Get them in below. As always, up the Reds.